Yesterday at Horizon Middle School, 3 students were charged with bringing a toy firearm to school. During the initial investigation, numerous students reached out to the SRO at the school, our school resource officer, and they reported that a student was in possession of what appeared to be a firearm. During that investigation, they located the student and found the airsoft weapon. They located the student and found that it was an airsoft gun. During that investigation, they were alerted to 2 more students that were in possession of a firearm or toy firearm. The school resource officer found both students and was able to determine that that was also an airsoft gun. All 3 students were charged with interfering with school and faculty and disorderly conduct, which are misdemeanors in the state of Colorado. We just want to remind parents that it is their responsibility and their need to check their students' backpacks before they go to school to prevent these kind of incidents from happening. While these were toy airsoft guns, they can still instill fear and panic in students within the school. One student was 11 years old and the other 2 were 12 years old. The school remained open because of our work with our school resource officers and the school. They were able to get to the students fairly quickly to where they didn't have to go into a lockdown. During the initial investigation, D49 worked with the sheriff's office and let the parents know what was going on. During that day, as the second investigation started, a second release was put out by District 49 to alerting the parents to the second incident, to just advise the parents of what was going on at the school that day.
At any point in time, were any students in danger?
At no time were any students threatened or felt that they were in danger that day. But of course, we want to make sure that we respond to these type of incidents accordingly and ensure that students are safe and that this was not a real gun. We are thankful this wasn't a real gun and this wasn't a real incident, but we want parents to realize it is a serious incident and we take all of these incidents seriously. As a father myself, I've had to have these conversations many times with my kids, even with school threats and with what they bring to school. I have these hard conversations on a daily basis with my kids, let them know that I'm going to monitor what they're doing on social media. I want to make sure that they're behaving appropriately and saying the right things and not causing these panics. I also check their backpacks to make sure that they're not bringing these type of things to school and that what they're bringing to school is not going to cause any undue panic or fear with their classmates.
Do we have an idea yet why they brought these airsoft guns into the school grounds?
That part we don't know. It's part of our ongoing investigation, but we do know it wasn't any nefarious activity. They weren't threatening any students with it. They were just bringing the guns to school.
And do you know if this is going to change? I'm sure the sheriff's office had conversations with D49. Is this going to create any policy changes or change the way El Paso County Sheriff's Office or D49 works?
I don't see any need for... At this time, this isn't something we're looking at. Obviously, our SROs building these relationships within the school was beneficial, and our school resource officers being at the school was beneficial in stopping this before it became an issue. So we're just invested in making sure that our students are safe and that we respond accordingly anytime we get reports of this.
And I got one more question. I guess you guys can anything else. But we've had a lot of calls about some of these reports. You know, not all the time is it airsoft guns, but threats of school shootings or airsoft guns being brought into school. And it seems, I don't know if we can call it a trend yet, we've been noticing it more as the school year started this year. Is that something the El Paso County Sheriff's Office has noticed as well? And what would you say the community can do to help combat that?
This is something we've noticed has been an increase in, as I said earlier, I do have kids that go to schools in the area. And this is something that I believe every parent has to take seriously. It's a responsibility as a parent and a part of the community that we instruct our kids on how to act appropriately and ensure that they're acting appropriately. And that means monitoring their social media, monitoring what other kids are saying. And again, if they're seeing something, they're seeing one of these threats, that they're saying something. And we want to believe too that part of this increase in the number of incidents is because kids are saying something. If we don't know that these are occurring, we can't investigate them to make sure that they're hoaxes and that their students are going to be safe the next day when they go to school. So we appreciate the community letting us know about these, and we just want to remind parents that to have these conversations with kids, to talk about their behavior and what's going on in social media and all these hoaxes, and hopefully it'll start to die down and go away and kids can feel safe at school and they can go on with their days.
So just to be clear, the parents of these students, they were unaware entirely that they brought the airsoft gun to school?
I can't comment to that information. I don't know that part.
Okay. And can you speak to sort of the strain on resources that these unfounded threats or just incidents like yesterday, what that does to your department and other local law enforcement?
It's not just a strain on law enforcement, it's a strain on the community, because you not only have law enforcement who is responding and putting in several hours to do these investigations, you also have parents who are stressful and having to make tough decisions about their kids, and losing that sense of fear or losing that sense of security within their school, that safety that students should have at school. I know I want my kids to feel safe at school, and I hope that they still feel safe going to school. I remind them every day that it's a safe environment to learn. There's a lot of stuff going on in society, and it's draining the school's resources. They're less time to focus on teaching kids, and we're spending more time talking to kids and investigating. So I'm hoping that there's a benefit to this in the end, that there's an awareness with the kids in school that we're there for them to keep them safe, and the school's there to keep them safe, and they'll feel safer at school.
So there wasn't a lockdown that was put into place yesterday, but were any school instruction or school time activities interrupted or disrupted because of the investigation?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Sergeant, piggybacking on his question, I know when we previously talked about those unfounded threats, we talked about some kids receiving fines to cover investigation costs. Is that something that you guys would explore with these kids, or no?
Ultimately, it's dependent on the charge. We are going to explore all avenues of accountability with the students. A lot of that comes down to the school district and what they're doing, and then in the court system. Obviously, we make the initial charge, and we'll put forth what it costs us in resources to do this investigation. So that'll be going through the court system, and they very well could face those fines. That'll be for a judge to decide at the end.
How does the department determine if these incidents are real or hoax?
We conduct a thorough investigation, which requires speaking to many students. A lot of times it requires tracking down the initial cause of the hoax, the person who first posted it. That could take a lot of time to go through the several people who've reported it, so we get back to the initial source. We go to that initial source and conduct interviews. From those interviews, we make a determination on whether or not that they have the means to do this and that they have the intentions. And we work with the school districts to learn about the student, learn about what their history looks like to make those informed decisions. After that, we work with the school district to plan for going forward, what their messaging is going to be and how they're going to address the students and the parents at the school.